Stop! Hey, alert! What's that? Good. 180! What's that? Good. 180! Kings! Done! Good. 180!
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Raymond James. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
180! Pistol. Done!
Coming out throwing is Baker. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Grabbed by Chris Godwin. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Looking to throw on third and 1. Cope with a catch. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
3 yards.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34.
180! Done!
Baker throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
That's it.
Baker now from the gun. Into the hands of Cole. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
That's it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Mayfield now from the gun. He's got a Emeka Egbuka. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
A loss of 2.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught, it's Saquon Barkley. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. A gain of 21 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
180, 180.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. The Buccaneers leading so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Offense up to the line fast. Barkley again here on 2nd. Free inside the 30. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Set. What's up?
Drive starts with a carry by White. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Set.
Throwing, Baker. Brought in left side by Godwin. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
14 yards.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
180. What's up?
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. That's punt, it's Godwin again. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
What's up?
It's White on the give. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range.
He was brought down by Nolan Smith.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set. Set.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Set. 180. What's up?
Back-to-back carries here. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Regular. Set. 180. Pistol. What's up?
Pressure coming, Baker. Throwing the out route complete. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
14, Eagles 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Great. Trimmer. No touch.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he stopped quickly here, 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Hurts setting up to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Hurts on 1st down. This is a heater going deep. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for 2nd.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Good. Set. 180.
On the draw, it's Barkley. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
No touch.
Here's Hurts. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Good. 180. Up. What's that?
From the gun, Mayfield. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Regular. Good. What's that?
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Barkley. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
And he has enough room to gain about 4. Offense in the hurry up here. They run it again with Bigsby. He rotates a couple of yards through that chaos. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Working quickly here.
4 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Buccaneers 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! 180! Real. Watch out!
Play action. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. It's a give to White. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, 180! What's that?
They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
180. What's that?
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. It's complete. This is Egbuka. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a first down.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter.
First and
It's
10
Buccaneer
at the
football.
14-yard
They
line.
trail, but it's still within reach for them.
Right there, baby.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Option, option. Good. 180. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie this game at 21. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Trimmer. Hey.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Taking a shot deep here. And it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. It sets up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Gabe, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Great. Delta.
Looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
180. Stop.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Hurry.
Dose of the hurry up here.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 37-yard line.
Baker now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
180.
Quick throw outside, and they might throw this again. That's incomplete. They tried to pick up the first down a little gusto, but maybe a little bit too much. Now we've got fourth down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this one spits out a little shy midfield. They're going to be in enemy territory to begin this possession. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Eagles pushing to get within range for a game winner. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result. And now it's third down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Throwing now. Dumps it off to Barkley, complete. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted! Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Kings! What's up?
They run the counter with White. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Good. 180. Kings. What's up?
Setting up to pass. Pulled in by his back, White. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Good. 180. Hey, alert. Up. Done.
Now to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Kings. What's up?
Up the middle, here goes White. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Regular.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Tampa spends its second timeout now. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Tucker. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Bigsby with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jamil Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers make the play that should win them this game. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman one time that game.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide. I think this might be a double pass. And nearly intercepted as that trick play almost ended in disaster.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
180.
They're going to pass it here. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
180.
Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. A little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting 3rd down for him here.
Hey, 180.
He'll throw it. Rolling out to his left. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And finally,